Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, what's happening with y'all? How y'all doing today? Um, I'd like to first and foremost thank my Heavenly Father, God, Most High, whatever y'all choose, Allah. Sorry about that. No disrespect. Allah. I'd like to thank Him for waking us up. Thank you for, um, I want to say a good night's sleep, but it wasn't all that good, man. Work is work. So I'm working long shifts right now, and y'all know I work in the freezer, so it get kind of brutal. Um, but God is good because I got a job. You know, I'm doing the work. I'm doing the footwork. I'm diving in my passion, diving in what makes me happy. And before I go any further, um, we just thank God for everything, for the trials and tribulations, those people that are honest, loyal, that really yeah, dude, I'm done with it. That really give me 1 second. Where you get this at? One more. Ooh. Well, one thing, my bad, John. I was trying to eat some hot pizza, and that shit didn't do too good for the taste buds. But what was I saying? Okay, I wanted to really thank God for everything, man, and y'all should too. I'm not saying y'all don't, but I was having a discussion with one of my coworkers yesterday about prayer, and it's been coming up like often, like prayer. A lot of people don't pray. They say they do, but they don't because they think it's like some cool type thing that you do. But it's really important to pray because when things get out of control, when things get too hectic, you're like, damn, what am I do? What am I do? How am I do it? You know what I mean? There's some things that's not meant for us to be able to control. There are some things that really you have to take to God. Today, you guys, as y'all know, I got this little deck. It was a gift to me. Somebody gave it to me, believe it or not. And it's called Today's Prayer. And I shuffled real good and pulled my card. And one of the cards said that I am with you always. So it Matthew 28:20, if y'all want to know. It basically it gives me a sense of ease because I know that there were certain things I had to overcome and I couldn't do it on my own. The police couldn't do it, courts couldn't do it, my mom couldn't do it, the love of relationship couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, I couldn't handle it. And I prayed my way to where I am at. I really prayed for change and prayed for certain things to be removed, certain people to be removed from my life, certain obstacles I couldn't handle. I prayed for strength so I can get through them. You know what I mean? So it it's a blessing to be able to even go to God. And what I wanted to touch basis on was make sure that when you guys pray on something, you guys pray. I know I did a message not too long ago on prayer, but I'm probably gonna do a few more because it's key. God can use so many different ways to get our attention. He can use people. He can use signs, synchronicities. He can use trials, tribulations. He can use them spirit, them feelings that you get when you really in your heart and you be kind of like confused, like, damn, what's this? You know what I'm saying? God has so many different ways to where he can get at you and yank on your coattail. When people pass away, I know everybody goes through everybody. I hate it I hate is a strong word. Hate is damn near as strong as love, but love always wins. Just know that. But I despise when people are so blind to what's really going on in life. and knowing they can't control certain things, knowing they need that supernatural help, so to speak, knowing they need someone, like a miracle. Who's the better author of miracles than the man upstairs? And just because you haven't witnessed it or you haven't been paying attention doesn't mean that God don't be working on your behalf. He always be showing up and showing out. It's just all where your knowledge of God is. You can have wisdom. Wisdom is just what we have in us. Wisdom is what's in the heart, what's in the mind. But knowledge is knowing how to use it. You know what I'm saying? To know what to do and how to put into play of our day-to-day struggles. Just a small little example. Some people have struggles finding a job. Some people got struggles in their relationships. Some people have problems with life. Some people have addictions. Some people, they families. Some people, they relationships. Some people, their health. It is so many different um, um, things that come our way, that we can't handle all of it. We can't. We be trying to, especially let's just be real. Coming from a black man, from out of P-Town, out of Pomona, California, you know what I'm saying? We tend to always gotta have our chest stuck out, and we yeah, woo woo, but we some of the softest individuals behind closed doors because we can fight the physical, but we can't fight the spiritual, or we haven't tuned in enough to the man upstairs to really get grounded. Man, I don't care what nobody think. Man, I love my God. I don't care what you talking about, nigga. People use it as a facade. Oh, pray. I pray before my food. Do you really pray before your food? Over your food, or do you just do it because you see that that's what you should be doing? This is what I believe. Now, I can't speak for everybody else. Excuse me. I'm trying to eat as I do this message, but um, my bad, y'all. I believe that certain things become facades. If you don't know what a facade is, a facade is just like something everybody does. They do it because this person does, and before you know it, it's like a movement. Like everybody's saying they gonna pray, but when you praying, you gotta realize you praying to the Most High. You praying, unless you praying to some old dark entity. And if you is, I don't even want. I hope you ain't on my platform. But if you are, then that means you're probably looking for something better to do. I mean, someone, you know, the Most High. He was referred to as the Most High, God, the Father, the Creator. I don't like putting names on it because then that's when the conflicts, the arguments, the conversations on what God you believe in. Man, miss me with that. I don't, in the Bible it tells you, God of your understanding. So whatever God, whatever face or name you choose to put on it, okay, whatever gives you the knowledge to use the wisdom you got to become a better person, then damn it, that's what we got to do. Because I don't know if y'all looked around lately, but the world is getting wild, man. It really is. It's always been wild. We had our drug era, then we had our gangbang era, then we had the era where, the kids, the abortion era. There's so many different seasons we've been having, but it ain't been no good seasons. Then we had the virus. Just now the whole pandemic. It's like it's been getting worse and worse, and the only reason it's getting worse is because we're not choosing to evolve. We're not choosing to change because, like I said, a facade is somebody doing something, and everybody starts doing it. It's kind of like follow the leader type shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, so if let's just say, always use me, my examples, my trials, my tribulations, my experiences, my addictions. I'm gonna use me all the time, and in doing that, I know sometimes people are like, oh, well, you think you godly? No, you think you better than somebody? You think you better than somebody, huh? No, I don't think, motherfucker. I know I'm better than certain people. That's when you know you've become grounded in who you are as a person. Because the things that I used to think were lame back then, they important to me now. Things that I thought was important to me then, get out of here. I still battle. There's one, I don't know if I'm the only person out there that still battles with worrying about what people think, because that's one that's really, really, it's a teeter totter with me, because there's a part of me that says not to care what people think, not to worry about what they think of me, not to care. Who gives a damn? I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know, you know what I'm saying, what I'm grounded in, what I believe in. I know what my dreams are. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am, you know what I'm saying? And what people think, their criticism, their constructive criticism, their opinions, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care about, but then there's a part of me that's like, how do people view me? I don't want you viewing me as this when I'm not that. So it's kind of like a battle. It's nothing to give too much attention to, because regardless of what, the truth always comes to light about who a person is, what they stand for, what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I always battle with that one. I always battle with the, I don't care what people think of me. Then it's like, well, I do care what people think of me, because I don't want you, you know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't play that big of importance, because who you are is going to show. You know what I'm saying? Who you are is going to show regardless of what. So that's one I tend to battle with. But and to clear something up, um, I'm comfortable with the relationship I got with God right now. If y'all can't tell, I'm so appreciative for everything, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I mean, I will break down crying right now, because I know God has saved me and some of y'all, most of y'all, some of y'all, a portion of y'all. I don't know. I don't know who views. I don't know who I jump on, because I got love. I get shown love, and I try to spread love. Simple as that. And coming from Pomona, come from California, come from South Central LA, coming from, being an African American male, I don't like going the race card, but that's another thing that still exists today, is that race card. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really, there's a lot of things that are done publicly in a hidden way, if y'all feel me. Prime example, I have someone that is in a place of authority, position at my job, the seniority, and he plays cool, this, that, woo, woo, woo. But when he gets mad, disappointed, don't get certain people to volunteer and stay for work, he flashes. And when he flashes, you hear that racism come out. And it's like, oh, you people. Like, nigga, hold up. What you mean, you people? But it's not to, every action don't need a reaction. And I just got into some shit yesterday. Not into some shit, but I had a disagreement with a coworker. And me and them are like this, are tight, but it was a lesson, and it was a blessing to have the little, you know what I'm saying, the little session, so to speak, of disagreement, because we still cool, hugged each other, this, that. But I was speaking of prayer, man. I just did a little short on prayer, but I want to get a little more in depth, because I just want y'all to really, really, and me myself, when I say y'all, I'm included. I'm included in that, and that's one thing that's really got me through my struggles. Y'all see, I've been hanging out with my baby mama, just homies. It feels good to someone who knows me, everything about me since I'm 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's back, like when I just start going to Ganesha type shit. You know what I'm saying? And to know that we were together, we had a child, we separated, moved to different states, done grown and still have an intact friendship is cool. So we've been kind of like, in our energy, we share energy, but it's just a solid friendship, because God can mend some of the most distant relationships. He can, friendships, relationships, wherever you choose. He can perform some of the most, what do you call, transformational things that you can't do alone. And the only way to pray, only way to do it, some of it, the biggest parts of it, are is praying. You know, uh, I believe, me myself, I believe that certain stuff that happens in life really, really happens so dramatic, so like, what I'm gonna do type shit. Like, certain things happen just to get you to turn to God, just to get you to pray. Cause it's like, I kind of, me myself, I'm just gonna say, like the Bible says, your thoughts are not my thoughts, your ways are not my ways. God says, He tells you straight up, like, I am like no other. You know what I'm saying? I can do things that you can't imagine, and it's like that for me, So um, if I'm in God's shoes, knowing what we all know about it, because this is a collective, so to speak. Everybody who taps in and watches this, man, y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all comment, y'all share. If y'all want to jump on, let's get it. This is a movement that we're doing here. When we said it was a facade, so let's get a positive facade going. But um, if I'm God, right, and I done left my word, I do miraculous things people don't pay attention to, and then I got to come to the point to where I got to make some catastrophic, something really, really serious happen to get your attention. I'm sad because I got to hurt my child, but I got to get his attention because he's not going to get out of this. But this whole time, when stuff happens, he puts people, puts places, puts God to talk to you in the smallest of ways. And I'm going to give y'all an example in a second because I'll be bouncing on my messages. Someone told me this. If y'all want to comment, y'all please comment. I got to learn to take constructive criticism if I'm going to jump in the public eye and talk to y'all. So, if I'm trying to use a father and his child, that's the way we're supposed to look at God. A father and his child. You doing certain things and they don't know that and you're trying to get them to come, but you watching them at a distance do it like, damn. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. See, I'm putting something I know that he can't get through, or he can't lift, or he can't, whatever the case may be in the physical. I'm gonna put roadblocks. Now you're stuck at a wall and you still ain't came to me. I'm gonna sit there like, as a father. Hey, what's up, Vivian? How you doing? Melvin, what's happening with you? Kev, man, God bless all of y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. But I'm gonna sit there as a father and watch my child, watch them bump their head, bust their ass, and just sitting there. All they gotta do is come to me and ask me for help, and I got them. But I must just sit out to the point to where I'm gonna laugh because I got more strength than you got. I have more experience than you have. The whatever it is that you're going through, 9 times out of 10, I put it in your way so you would come to me, but you still keep trying, and sometimes people go in this roundabout way for years, like myself. I went through. I don't get on here to say, "Oh, I'm fa la 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 la," and get the. I'm not. No, I can only give y'all my experience, and in my experience, I did so much shit like most. To where I thought I was saved, or I don't even use the word saved. I say reborn, because it's more of that. It's being reborn. It's a transformation of your mind. It's not to really think like other people think. When you start growing, when you stop doing what the crowd is doing, you begin to feel abnormal, but then you start to get a peace of mind. Like, nigga, I'm on a whole different walk. I'm on a whole different walk. And a lot of times I was getting that nudge from God. I was getting that bump. I was getting like, man, come over here. Come over here. Like, you don't belong over there. And this is for each and every individual. This ain't just for a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their purpose. Some are meant to be teachers, some are meant to be preachers, some are meant to be and healers as far as in the medical, some are meant to be. There is a position for everybody bigger than what we think. Nigga, Jack in the Box, God make nobody to work at Jack in the Box. Not that Jack in the Box job is bad, because you do what you have to do. But it's a difference between what you're doing in life and what your purpose in life is. You can only get that when you tap in with the man upstairs. And I would imagine y'all see my purpose. I pray y'all do, because this is only going to get bigger. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to dig deep. I'm going to continue to pray. I'm going to continue to study. I'm going to continue to share. I'm going to continue to guide. I'm going to stand firm in the position I feel I'm supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? So, and you only get that through prayer. I did a short earlier, and I said prayer. I'm just going to give y'all just a list, because it's such a bigger list that prayer is. Prayer is a request. You tap in with God and you request whatever you need. He says, ask and you shall receive. Knock, the door will be open. Seeking and we'll find. Gotta tap in. Make your request known to God. It's also a offering of thanksgiving. You know, what do we do? What I do when I first got on? We thank God for another day. That's the daily bread. We thank Him for another day. We thank Him for food. We thank Him for us having a mind. You ever been out here in Vegas or been on Skid Row and you see people that done, you know what I'm saying? Back, I remember we all smoked weed. I don't know, most. Imagine if you got a hold of a bad blunt and be out there talking to the sky. You too. God bless you, Vivian. Love you, mama. Take care. Hope y'all straight. You know what I'm saying? But have you ever um witnessed somebody be empty on the inside, but literally physically walking around? It's sad, bro. It's sad. You know, but we thank you know, prayers is sacrifice. We let God know, God, I give you this. If you take it, look, I'll sacrifice this. Just make me this or do this for me. You got to give a sacrifice up, give an offering up to God to let Him know that you believe He's there. You know, I forget the scripture in the Bible, but y'all know. I mean, I can sum it up and say, um, the definition of faith: believing in something you cannot see. You have to believe that there's a God before you can sit there and pray to Him. And then once you pray to Him, you got to believe the fact that He exists and He is like sovereign, like the Bible says. I don't believe there's no lies in the Bible. I do believe that, you know, the different editions and different religions and all that. That's when all the conflict and all the confrontation came in. The people with the Muslims and the Jewish and all that, bro. I don't. Good to see you too. Hey, God bless, fam. I see you looking good, my guy. And everybody from Ganesha, everybody, man. I really be happy to see them faces, man, because we still out here. We life it, man. We doing it. Everybody went their own separate way and all that, but it's still a blessing to see everybody on Facebook, man. I was the last one to get a Facebook page. God bless though, fam. But yeah, I was speaking of faith, you know what I'm saying? Oh, how people, like, prime example. I did a message on YouTube the other day, and someone said, "Oh, well, I hope we meet again." That part, that part right there. Somebody said, "I hope we meet again before the coming of Allah." Woo woo. Now I take names and kind of filter them and flush them, because not flush them because I don't disrespect nobody, but I don't focus on a name. I focus on the spirit. I focus on the entity. I'm not religious. I tell people that all the time. I am spiritual, because it took me to dig deep into spirit to get the little change I need to get out of the drugs, get out of the streets, get out of the jails. Nigga, I was going back and forth to jail, like going to the pen, nigga, for some bullshit. All this prison ink on me. I was tired of it. And I had to tap in with the man upstairs. And he was slowly like, okay, all right, you done came to me, now I'm going to start working it out for you. He started removing people. That's why it says be careful of what you pray for. Be careful, because if you tell God, God needs you to remove all the toxic people in my life, the next thing you know, your girl is gone, or your mama done fell off. Not fell off as in past, but you might want to recall your prayers, because the power of prayer is strong, my boy. They tell you, Apostle Paul said in the Bible, he said, beware what you pray for. Because when you really firm, you really believe and walk away and leaving the man upstairs, it'll start to take form, and you'll be like, man, why is this happening? Why is that happening? I don't know. I lost my love of my life. And that person, he was toxic. She was toxic. You know what I'm saying? He gets to removing it all. You show this what you want. Okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Um, not only is it sacrifice, it's the only way. Prayer is the only way to communicate with God. God got so many different ways to flex on us and really show us what we need to know. If you think about it, He uses people. You ever been praying on some, or been knowing you were supposed to do something, and then you'll hear a commercial on the radio, like, hell no, and then you'll see someone on TV, like, that ain't no coincidence. And then two other people at work will be talking about what you know you were supposed to do that you prayed for. Like, you'd be like, that's God. Real talk. That is God. Like, God is really, really be. But you gotta have the knowledge. You gotta have the wisdom for one, and the knowledge to recognize. This is why I always pray for spiritual discernment. Spiritual discernment is to be able to discern that evil energy and that positive energy. God says all good things come from Him. Everything else is kind of is suspect. It's so many. One thing that I learned being out here in Vegas, it's such dark energy floating around the world, bruh. Because everybody comes from everywhere. It's really Sin City. Everybody comes from everywhere to come here and party. Most Californians, I can't say it. I don't be up here. When I first got up here, I was really with the LEC. Golden State had everything with California on it. I'm repping. I don't want you to think I'm mixed up. And they was talking bad about Californians because the gang banging or the this and that. Man, come on, man. That's been around since the 80s. If you knock it off, I was born in the 80s. They was doing that way back when. But everybody, what I'm getting at is everybody from all over. I know people from Chicago, people from Detroit, people from Indiana, people from talking about everywhere, from the Bay, everywhere. They all come from the UK to China, bro. They all come here. But when they come to make it's money out here. But they come with their addictions, with their habits, with all of their flaws. It is so much, and it's all disguised and cloaked a different way. So if you don't know how to recognize a person's energy out the gate, which one thing I can say, and this is my opinion, because I can only give my opinion, and I can only give my opinion on stuff. I can't really give nobody else's. Is that most Californians, from what I know, let's just say from who I went to school with, most of the people I went to school with and we all was raised the right way. We were raised the right way. We chose to go. We always had a mama, nigga. I got my ass beat. Probably got slapped in front of most of the people in Ganesha from getting F's in school. Or, it took me to really find the love of football to start getting my grades right. But most of us was raised the right way. We just become a product of our environment. Most of us didn't really bang, nigga, but then we hang around gangbangers, guess what? Nigga get to sag and wave when your flag, whoop, whoop, or your uncles and your family. You're a product of your environment. Like out here, you're a product of your environment. And that's something when I got up here, I had to really just like, what do I want to do? Am I going to keep living that Cali life? And that's what I did. Am I going to keep living the Cali life, or am I going to really change because there's more opportunity? It's people from everywhere bringing money here, bringing this here, bringing that here, but they bring their energy here. And then can you imagine a person with greed, another person that's on lust, on sex, another person that's on you know what I'm saying? Just whatever the case may be, y'all get where I'm going with it. Like everybody comes here with whatever's in their heart, they passion, whatever kind of passion. They want to start a business. You got a person over here that ain't got it out the mud a day in their life. So they on scamming and scheming and plotting and deceitful type shit. I can sit there and say it's easy to blend out here. I believe that's a definition of a narcissist, a person wearing a mask with hidden motives, hidden intentions. So they can be whatever they want you to be just to get in your circle. But if you pray for spiritual discernment, which gives you the power to you can feel, you ever been somewhere, let's say if you walk in a room, or say you're in a room, y'all talking, chopping up this, that, or whatever, and 5 people come in. 2 of them branch off. They get to chopping up, laughing, giggling with everybody else. Man, let me get a drink. Well, another person falls right in. One person goes off to the side, but the other one is just looking. Another person is just really, not wanting to mingle, not wanting to talk, not wanting to be a part of the festivities. They're just and say if we over here laughing and joking and then slapping dominoes, this, that. You know what I'm saying? This person's just you can feel the energy of a negative person out the gate. Their energy will shift the whole, because now everybody done got out of that and what this nigga on over here? What's up with old boy over there? Lean up against the wall. That's the power of energy, you know what I'm saying? So what I do is I pray fervently, y'all. Literally, I'm somebody told me I shouldn't share such personal shit, but what if you're gonna be honest, if I'm gonna choose to jump on and try to share something positive, why wouldn't I be completely honest inside out about me? Y'all know I had a past addiction. God is good. I'm done with it. Been clean for a minute. Got a job. I'm everything is on fleek right now, thanks to God. I had went to jail. I had went to a residential treatment facility. I had lost a woman in my life. I had written me and my it separated me from me and my fam. Certain homies doing a rock with me because they hurt, you know what I'm saying? So I landed in a place like none of it will work. I'm in and out county jail. I'm at Wayside. I'm over here, this, that. I'm at American Recovery Center right there in Pasadena. None of that shit worked. It took for me to bottom out. I lost my truck. Me and my folks wasn't talking. Nobody was coming to my aid. Like, and I'm a go-getter. Most of us from the P, most of us from Cali. We know how to go get it and get our bread, whether it's one way or another. We are equipped with the hustler's mentality. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I bottomed out. I moved into a spot and I kept my old ways, stayed in my same ways, stayed doing the same shit. You know the definition of insanity? Doing the same shit, thinking I'm gonna have a different outcome. Straight dumbass. Anyway, I didn't realize where I was at. My older brother told me, bro, this ain't Cali. This ain't Cali, man. There's people from everywhere. And me, I'm like, oh man, I don't wanna hear all they trying to be my daddy, woo woo. And make a long story short, he was right. That stubborn, ugly motherfucker, my brother, was right because I got played by a chick, wind up losing this. Somebody took my truck. You know what I'm saying? Well, the tow truck took my truck, but somebody else caused attention and took my shit. But in and out of jail out here, I wasn't supposed to go to jail. Like, I came out here for a job opportunity, but I hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom, and I mean spiritually. And my family wasn't tapping in with me. My son and kind of they got tired. People get tired of dealing with other people's baggage, other people's problems, other people's load. So I was stuck living in a trap spot, basically. Everybody getting high, everybody having sex. I'm like, everybody trying to plot on me because I still had a little bit of a bag, but I wasn't there. It wasn't here. It was here, but it wasn't here. So man, one day I was like, man, I'm tired. Nigga, I threw the bag that way. I threw my phone. I was like, I started crying, like literally, man. My bad, y'all. It's my alarm. Gotta get ready to get it. Go suit up and get in this freezer. But I I I was tired, man. My mom always told me, you'll know when you're tired. Mom is the type to show tough love. Go ahead. You want to keep on? Man, go ahead. Do what you do. Go. Go ahead. When you're tired, you're tired. You go to jail. Okay, I'll be there, but I ain't about to be. She'll release you quick. So when everything came down to it, man, to speed it up, I was at my bottom, bro. Like literally. Like all I had was a truck. I didn't have no job. I didn't have no sense of destination. I didn't know where I was gonna go. I didn't know what kind of. I didn't have my ID. Somebody had robbed me from my wallet, and I just started praying one day, man. And I'm still getting lit. I'm still getting out. I'm still doing the same shit. My uncle, my mom, my baby mama, my brother, they all was telling me, bro, come on. But I couldn't do it on my own. The jail couldn't do it. The judge couldn't do it. Everybody couldn't do it. So I started praying, and and doing that, like I'm praying and praying. I start seeing the first thing God told me: get up and go, get out of this environment. Because I was just talking about we become a product for our environment. You ever seen somebody who don't gang bang try to gang bang? You be sitting there like, you ain't not about that life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about that. Stop them. That people that gang bang, they take that shit serious. You will lose your wig. They will split you down. They will chop you down, bruh. Seriously. But you ever seen somebody and he's like, bro, you was so lost, but go ahead. My family gave me to that, and I love them so much for it because all I had was God to turn to. And once I started praying and praying and praying, I started making movements. That's when I realized that the power of prayer is really, really strong. You know what I'm saying? But I had to watch what I prayed for because I was praying, oh man, remove all these people, man, get my head right. And then on came the trip, on came all the little difficulties. I had to, man, pray, give me perseverance to push through this, give me determination. And it was like, okay, you really want this? I'm gonna give it to you. And I know you're gonna make it through, but I'm gonna give it to you. I was homeless when I started my job. I was taking a 3-hour bus ride when I got into this union over here. I didn't have enough money. I was having to go donate plasma, didn't run to work, didn't get off, catch the bus. I was running on empty. Family, but then things around me started changing. Like my mom started telling me, "You okay? Hey, what's up? Was you straight?" You know what I'm saying? Like I was working a moving job which wasn't paying me shit really, and I'd get fired at any second because it'd slow down. Then another job called me. It started really, really, and then came to removing people. The motherfucker that the chick that used to come around, used to hang with, and I knew she got high. It stopped interesting me. Like, man, I'm cool, I'm straight. I started ignoring phone calls and start like really, really distancing myself. I stopped being interested in the same shit that I was so indulging in and start, so I realized prayer wasn't no joke. You know what I'm saying? To go on, you know what I'm saying? It's a conversation with God. It's not just because I started this message, I kind of drifted y'all always because I like giving experience with it. Because if you just read the Bible, sometimes, like someone told me, you got to find yourself in the Bible. You got to find what that means in your life. So um, it's not just praying over your food. It's thanking God for your food, or thanking him to have the money to buy your food. It's not just praying to God to thank for the job, but praying that you're healthy enough to work the job. You know what I'm saying? Like really dig deep. It's not praying just for change. It's really, really being able to change mentally, physically, and then be in a position to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Like I start realizing, like even like praying for people when they say, "Man, pray for me, man." Like I'll stop and pray right then there because I know how serious it is. Like, wait, in the Bible it tells you that they had praying warriors. When I read that, I was like, damn, praying warriors. It was people that just prayed and prayed and prayed. Where God would, they were so rightfully where they were supposed to be at. God answered their prayers. The next thing you know, this is happening, this is happening, that got armies getting taken down, and this and that. Like I don't know all the Bible, but I know what stuck out to me and what I chose to dig into, and it's some heat in there. It's some heat, but I gotta pray for the discernment to apply it to my life and say, "Oh, this is what they talking about. This is what God. Why didn't anybody tell me?" Type of shit. But I started I'm gonna finish how I started, and it was basically the importance of prayer. It's a lot of people sick, a lot of people losing loved ones, a lot of people still looking for jobs. It's a lot of people that just go through it. Everybody goes through it. Everybody. And when I say pray for me, y'all pray for me, man, because and I pray for all of y'all. Everybody who done tapped in, you know what I'm saying? I pray for the platform. I pray for change. I pray for the world because the world done changed, man. The world done changed. If y'all done been to Vegas behind the scenes of the strip, oh my God. It's bad. There's people walking around there talking to themselves. It's like Walking Dead, and it's like, damn, we keep going at this rate, man. That's gonna leave us. I pray for the strange. I really, really, I know I got it from my mom as far as feeding the homeless. Y'all know my other pages. You'll see me out there. I haven't had time because I believe everything's done in a season. And I was giving, 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 giving. Now it's time to just like fall back and settle in what I've been working for. Work on me. Self love is the best love to me, because in working on me, I start attracting other people that's working on them, and it's like you know what I'm saying? It's a movement. You know what I mean? And I pray, and I really, really prayed. That's what I was to end with this. When I was at the lowest time, not too long ago, I started praying, and I was able to break my drug addiction from just praying. And that's real shit, y'all. That's the how blessed I feel. That's the reason why I got the courage to jump on and start sharing, because I told you I went through American Recovery Center. I'd have been locked up. I'd been AB 109. I'd have been PC. What's PC 1000 out there in California? Jail, Wayside County Jail, Delano. None of it took the dope out of me. None of it gave me that really, really convictions, man. It's time to stop. But once I start praying, like really, really got in the closet, like to where it's like, man, I ain't got nobody but the man upstairs. I start seeing change, and it really, really outcame what I am now. And it's only just getting started. So it is when y'all, this message is entitled, Power of Prayer. Um, let's make sure we praying, we staying prayed up. How people say, stay prayed up. I love that saying because you do, especially I mean over sickness, over illness, over your money, your household, keeping dark energy away. Because it's a lot of people that ain't trying to. They not in harmony with themselves. They not in peace. People scamming. You know what I'm saying? They got all kind of sex trafficking right now that's going on out here. From what I hear, you know what I'm saying. So it's like we got to pray that we just keep our energy clear, keep it clean, and stay focused on us. That's peace, love, harmony, in heaven. Because I ain't trying to go down. I'm trying to go up. And I never really thought about, it's a lot of people that's a lot of people walking around this day that don't believe in God, that don't believe heaven, don't believe hell. I done seen otherwise, man. And praying and praying, I done seen a person that's in hell, and it's not this fiery lake like everybody think. A person in hell is a person that's just lost. You got no motive, you have no goals, you have no family, you have no desire, you have no passion, you have no strength, you have no sense of guidance, you have no spirituality. You are walking around this earth lost. You're able to be fadangled like a puppet, you know, taken this way, taken. I respect every like I call them elders now. In the Bible, they consider elders, but aunties, uncles, OGs. You know what I'm saying? That done really, really went from this life to that life. Like nigga, hats off because it's a blessing. Or